You seem overwhelmed, Hamlet. What happened?
Overwhelmed. My father is dead, barely cold in his grave. And now my mother marries my uncle. My uncle! It is disgusting.
That sounds painful. What bothers you most about it?
Everything. The speed of it. The betrayal. She wept at my father's funeral as though her heart would break. Yet now she smiles beside another man. It makes me wonder if any love is real.
You feel deceived?
Yes! My father was noble, honorable, and my uncle is nothing like him. How could she replace greatness with that?
Sometimes people react to grief in different ways.
Then why does it feel like treason? Like my father's memory has been erased?
Because your grief is still fresh. To you, the loss is sacred. Seeing life continue so quickly feels disrespectful.
It feels worse than disrespectful. It feels rotten. As though something is underneath the surface of this family, this kingdom.
And that uncertainty scares you?
It angers me. I cannot trust anyone now. If my own mother can change so quickly, who else is false?
You know, anger often protects us from deeper emotions. Hamlet, beneath it, what are you feeling?
Lonely. My father understood me. Now he is gone, and everyone expects me to smile at weddings and celebrations, as though nothing happened.
That is a real heavy burden, but isolating yourself in bitterness may only deepen the pain.
So what am I supposed to do? Pretend this does not haunt me?
No, but you must decide whether your grief will consume you or guide you. Right now, you're letting it poison every thought.
Perhaps the world itself is poisoned.
Or, perhaps, you are seeing the world through grief alone.
I do not know anymore.
Then maybe that is where we begin. Hamlet, what did you see tonight?
My father.
Your father?
His ghost, standing before me in armor, just as he wore in battle. I thought it was madness at first, but it spoke to me.
And what did it say?
It said my father was murdered.
Murdered by whom?
My uncle, the man now sitting in the throne, the man who married my mother.
That is an enormous accusation.
You think I imagined it?
I think grief can affect the mind in powerful ways, but whether the ghost was real or not, what matters right now is how this has affected you.
Affected me. My entire world has shattered. I thought my father died naturally. Now I learned he was betrayed by his own brother.
And the ghost asked you something.
Revenge.
How do you feel about that?
Torn apart. Part of me burns with anger. If what the ghost said is true, then my uncle is a monster. But another part of me is terrified.
Terrified of what?
Of becoming consumed by this. Before tonight I was grieving. Now I feel hatred growing inside me.
Hatred can feel powerful, especially after betrayal.
He stole everything! My father's life, the throne, my mother's loyalty. And now I cannot even trust my own thoughts.
Because you are questioning whether the ghost can be believed.
Exactly! What if it lies? What if grief has driven me mad? Yet when it spoke, it felt real. Too real.
So you're saying you're caught between doubt and anger?
Yes, and neither path feels dangerous.
Then do not rush toward revenge tonight. Strong emotion clouds judgment.
But if the ghost spoke the truth, doing nothing would make me a coward.
Seeking truth is not cowardice. Acting blindly is.
Ha ha!
You seem disappointed tonight.
Disappointed? No.
Okay.
I think I'm simply done being surprised by betrayal.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern?
My childhood friends, or so I thought.
What happened?
They came, pretending concern, pretending loyalty. But they were sent by the king to watch me, question me, report back everything I say.
And that hurts you.
Of course it did! They smiled at me while serving the man I suspected murdered my father. Every conversation was a performance.
Have you confronted them yet?
Not directly. I could see it in their faces eventually. They wanted to believe they were helping, that they were harmless messengers. But spying is still betrayal, no matter how politely it is done.
This seems to reinforce something you already feared.
That no one is genuine? Yes. Everywhere I turn, people wear masks. My mother hides behind affection. My uncle behind a crown. And now even my friends behind false concern.
That level of distrust can become isolating.
Maybe isolation is safer.
Safer, perhaps, but also dangerous. When you stop trusting entirely, everyone begins to look like an enemy.
And what if they are?
You risk becoming consumed by suspicion. You already carry grief, anger, and revenge. Now you're adding paranoia.
You know what hurts the most? They knew me before all this. Before my father died. Before I became this.
And you hoped they would remain honest with you?
Yes! Instead they chose comfort! Obedience! It is easier to serve the king than to stand beside someone falling apart.
Do you think they intended to harm you?
Yes. Instead, maybe not at first, but intention matters less and less to me now. People keep telling themselves they're doing what is necessary, and others suffer because of it.
Including you?
Including everyone!
What will you do now?
Watch carefully. Speak carefully. Trust no one completely.
That may protect you for a time, but eventually you will need to decide whether you want to survive this or simply outmaneuver everyone around you.
In Denmark, I am no longer sure there is a difference! I fear this moment will change me forever.
It might. The question is whether you let grief and revenge define who you become. Hamlet, slow down for a moment. Tell me what happened.
I killed the man.
Polonius?
Yes, though I did not mean to kill him. I thought it was someone else hiding behind the curtain.
But now, how has that happened? How do you feel?
Angry, confused, guilty perhaps. Everything is tangled together.
Start with the anger.
Everyone spies on me! My uncle watches me like I am some criminal. Polonius hides in rooms, listening to private conversations like a rat in the walls. I was concerned.
So in that moment, you reacted without thinking?
Yes, I heard movement, drew my sword and struck! One moment. That is all it took.
And afterward? Heard about Ophelia.
She is gone.
How are you holding up?
I do not know. It feels strange, like everything around me keeps collapsing. And I'm just standing there watching it happen.
Do you blame yourself?
Part of me does. Her father died by my hand. After that, she changed. Everyone says she lost her mind. Drowned in grief, and now she is dead.
That is a heavy weight to carry.
I loved her. At least, I think I did. But I pushed her away. I told myself it was necessary, that I could trust no one. Now I will never know what could have been different.
Grief often brings regret with it.
Regret is everywhere now. My father's death, my mother, Polonius, Ophelia. It is like every choice I make destroys someone.
You sound exhausted.
I am. Revenge once felt clear to me. I thought if I exposed my uncle and avenged my father, everything would make sense again. But instead, more people keep dying.
And what do you feel now when you think about revenge?
Empty. Angry still, yes, but also tired. I wanted justice! Now I cannot tell the difference between justice and destruction.
That realization is really important.
Is it? Ophelia is still dead.
No, it can't change that. But recognizing the cost of hatred may stop you from losing yourself completely.
At her funeral, Laertes wept openly for her. I envied him. He could grieve honestly. I feel like I buried that part of myself long ago.
You have spent so much time fighting pain that you have not allowed yourself to truly mourn.
Maybe because mourning feels endless.
Sometimes it is, but refusing to face grief only turns into anger.
Everyone I loved is disappearing.
Then perhaps the question now is not who you have lost, but who you still want to become before this ends.